Morning. It is 6:30 in New York, where I'm coming from. I'm coming from Southampton. I'm at Cooper's Beach. Oops, I need to put this little thing on here. It makes the sound a little squirrely with the wind. How are you? Good morning. I'm Sally Stryker. I'm coming to you from Southampton, New York, in the United States. I don't know where you are, but I'm sending this beautiful message of yoga out to you all around the world. This is the first day of a 40-day challenge that we're going to be doing, which is 6:30 to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday for the next 8 weeks. We have 8 weeks left in the summer. Officially, September 4th will be our last day because then it's Labor Day, and we all have to go back to our regular lives, I guess, from being in the Hamptons. But it is absolutely beautiful here this morning. This is the summer sunrise yoga series from the Hamptons, and I'm here as your guide. And let's get to it, shall we? Let's come into a seated position. Go ahead, and I have a habit of putting my right leg in front. I'm going to switch my legs out so that my left leg, which is my strange leg, will be in front now. I invite you to do the same. It's going to rebalance your body. You may unconsciously have been crossing your legs like that, so it's kind of good to change it up a little bit. Let's close the eyes. Start to focus on breathing in through the nostrils, out from the nostrils, and see if you can kind of bring a little smile to your lips. Just to lift the corners of your mouth just a little bit. See how that affects you? It's funny. Sometimes you can go outside in. You can put your body into a position and you'll feel better. Raising the corners of the eyes, the corners of the mouth, a very relaxed, slight smile, little Buddha smile. Maybe that's why Buddha was smiling all the time. He was doing an outside in. What a guy, right? Okay, sitting up really straight, make sure that you take the back of your neck and you elongate it. If you feel back there, you're going to feel like a little knob there. That is your occipital bone. Push that up towards the sky, and your chin's going to come down, and you're going to be like really lengthening the back of your neck as much as you can. It's going to feel a little strange at first, but most of us go around through life with our chins poking out like this. Bring your chin in towards your spine and lift the back of your neck so that it's nice and long. I hope that wasn't rattling too much. As you close your eyes, feel how that pipe is nice and open when you lift the back of your head like that. Inhaling deeply, feeling the sides of the lungs expand. Letting the mind settle. We're starting our day with meditation and a little stretching and strength, balance. Bringing the hands into the Namaskar Mudra, just the prayer position. Lengthening the back of the neck. Don't forget about that. Breathing through the nostrils, keeping the mouth closed. And let's invite some silence into our lives. And rubbing the hands together vigorously, heating up the palms. Bring the warm palms over the closed eyes. Inhale deeply through the nostrils, lengthening through the back of the neck. Keep the back of the neck long. Don't let your chin come forward. Exhaling deeply through the nostrils. Now open the eyes behind the palms and circle the eyes to the right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the eyes, relax the eyes. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale deeply through the nostrils, sitting up really, really tall. Now open the eyes again behind the palms. Circle the eyes to the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale deeply through the nostrils and gently open the eyes and lower the hands. Congratulations, the hard work is over. You made it here. That's the hardest part, isn't it? Okay, let's start with a kind of a twist and it's kind of a what would you call a spiral. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left arm and you're going to put it on your thigh, and then you're going to take your right hand, put it behind your back, and then you're going to arch up and look at the sky. Inhaling deeply through the nostrils. Make sure the back of the neck is long. Don't let your head crunch back like that. That's no good for those bones back there. Always support the head when it's in back. Really arching up. Oh, I'm seeing gulls fly over my head. That's so beautiful. What a beautiful morning. Let's come back to the center. Let's do the other side. This time we're going to take the right elbow, put it on the right thigh, just in front of the knee here, not on the knee. And then you're going to take your left hand and do the same thing, arching up, looking up towards the sky, really opening up that sternum. You know, a lot of the time we live our lives with our shoulders rounded forward and our sternums collapsed. Okay, and come back to center. And just to illustrate that point, go ahead and collapse your shoulders now. Now try to feel happy. It's really hard. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Now sit up really, really tall. Try to feel sad. It's kind of hard to feel sad when you're sitting up tall. So that's a way, it can be an antidote for you, is to use your body for that kind of thing. All right, let's go ahead and do another twist. We're going to take the left hand, put it on the right knee, take the right hand behind. Now we're going to look behind. Before we were looking up, this time we're going to look behind us, holding the eyes in that right hand corner. So we're making a spiral from the base of the spine all the way up through the eyeballs. Holding the eye in the right hand corner, hold the eyes there, and slowly release. And let's do the other side. The reason we do that is to trigger the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is intertwined with the ocular motor nerve. So when we do these, like holding the eyes or circling the eyes, it's actually triggering the vagus nerve. Now, why do we care about the vagus nerve? Let's go to the other side. We're going to put the right hand on the left knee and then twist over the left shoulder, holding the eyes in the left corner. We care about the vagus nerve because the vagus nerve is responsible for breathing, your heartbeat, and it senses what's in the gut. It is the number one nerve for the parasympathetic or relaxing part of our bodies. We tend to live in a tense world, holding the eyes in that left hand corner, and slowly come back. We kind of live in a tense world where, and if you're in this posture, you're ready for something bad to happen. See if you can sit up very tall, not sticking your lower rib cage out, holding this area very vulnerable. This is the part of having good posture, is when this whole sternum area right up here is very soft and relaxed and open. And that's when we feel invited to know you, when you have that open. If you're like this, we're going to think something's, oh no, they need help. This one, oh, they're so full of themselves. But when you come to the center, you're in your neutral. Let's open the legs out to the side and maybe just rock the hips a little bit. I want you to really oil up your hips for the day because we're going to be doing a lot of walking and hanging around. So we want to make sure our joints are nice and oiled up for the day. All right? And so now you're going to rock the legs. I'm taking the whole leg and see how that hip is just rotating inside that socket. We're going to do that with both legs. Another reason I'm doing that is to loosen up these tendons here so that it's easier to stretch forward. So then you're going to end with your knees facing the ceiling. Don't have them pointing backwards. I want the knees towards the sky, and then walk forward on your hands. Now you may just get to about right here. Settle in and just enjoy that. It's not often that we get to take time during the day to stretch the back of our legs. And if you can, just sort of surrender over the legs. Let the weight of the upper body. And make sure you say yes, no with your head. It's very easy to have tension in the neck. But let that neck go, and that's going to help your back release. Oh, that feels so good, doesn't it? Okay, let's come back up. Let's go over to the right leg. We're going to put our hands on either side of the knee, and we're going to walk forward over the leg. Same thing. Now, you might be here. That's fine. Be right where you are. That's the main point of yoga, is accepting where you are and then working from there. And then gently, gently coaxing the body. I mean, we can make efforts, but always smart efforts. Don't overdo it. Don't force your body to do something. Especially when you get a little older, you could break something. Don't break it. And what you can do is you can also push your left hip back in opposition to the stretch. You can feel a deep stretch in your lower spine. This is good if you have any sort of back pain. It's so amazing. If you just roll that back, you're going to feel a release in that lower back area. And slowly come back up. Let's go to the other side. We're going to walk on either side of that leg and gently hang over. Just drape yourself over like a wet dish rag. You're just going to be, and make sure you say yes, no with your head. Make sure it's nice and relaxed. And then if you want to, you can push that right hip back and you're going to feel an extra stretch. At least I do. I hope you feel it too. It's in that lower sacral region, which is very hard to stretch. It's a hard area to get to make a nice stretch. This is a good one for that. Okay, that's really good. Let's come into our titibasana, or our butterfly, or babochka for our Russian friends. I love that word, babochka. I thought it was babushka, but it's babochka. It sounds the same if you're not used to Russian, I think. Anyway, that's a butterfly. Okay, let's bring the legs forward, and we're just going to drape ourselves forward over the legs. That's the same thing. And just let your head go. This is very passive stretching. And this is a great way to start your day because you don't really want to jolt your body into anything just woken up. Be very kind to him. Be very kind to her. She is your vessel. He is your vessel. I mean, aren't we so lucky to have these vessels? All right, let's do. This is going to be a little bit advanced, but I think you're okay for it. And if you can't do it, there's variations, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the left leg and we're going to put the ankle of the left leg on the middle of the thigh of the right leg. Now, if this is difficult for you, maybe your knee is like this, you could go ahead and just keep your foot inside here, and that's fine. You can do it like that. But don't let your ankle go to the other side of the thigh or sickle like this. It's always bad to stretch those tendons. And if you can, bring the foot in as close as you can to the crease where your leg meets your body. If you can bring it into that crease, and again, don't sickle it like that. Make sure it's straight. You can even flex your foot if you want to, just to check to make sure it's straight. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand and you're going to reach around your back and you're going to say hello on the other side. If you can grab that toe. Maybe you're not able to do that, but you can just put your hand behind your back like this, and you're going to take your right hand, slide it down your right leg, and you're going to fall forward over that leg as far as you can go. Inhaling deeply. We're going to do 5 breaths here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And slowly come up. Now that is from the Ashtanga series. This is one of the poses that they do. I used to really not like this pose because it hurt when I put my ankle in the middle of this thigh. But it turned out I had an injury there and it released it. I don't feel that pain anymore. So it was kind of a good thing to do. I think there's big meridians that run in the body, and this opens up something. I always feel so peaceful after I do that one. But it can be a bit of a challenge. Let's do the other side. We're going to put that ankle right on the thigh. Make sure it's on the muscle. You don't want it inside or over the leg like this. If you can't do it, you could just keep your leg here and you could go forward like this. You don't have to do the full pose. Always make sure you do your variation for you. This is your practice. I'm your guide. And you need to trust you more than me because you know your own body. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. The right hand is going to come around the body and say hello on the other side. If you can, lean forward and grab that toe. That's fine. Maybe you can't do it. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But then you're going to take your left hand and slide it down your left leg and go forward and release. Just totally surrender over that leg. 5 breaths. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come back up. Now, why do you think that they do 5 breaths? It's an interesting thing to think about, isn't it? Well, I think it's because they know that your body's going to slowly get used to the idea. Did you notice that you got more and more stretched the more relaxed you were as you got towards the count of 5? At first, your mind just doesn't want to slow down. I want to stretch it. Let's do the next thing. And this is also a way of getting the mind to slow down. We're always in such a hurry. Okay, let's do some foot exercises, shall we? Okay, so we're going to sit up really tall. You can just lean back on your hands like this, and you're going to flex your feet like this. Then you're going to crunch your toes, point the feet, flex the toes, flex the feet, crunch the toes, point the feet, flex the toes, flex the feet, crunch the toes, point the foot, flex the toes, flex the foot, crunch the toes, point the feet, flex the toes, flex the feet, and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the sun feels so good. You know, I've been hearing a lot about the early morning sun and how it's so good for, your vitamin D. Like you don't want to do it too late in the day. So I'm really glad to be out here. This project has gotten me up in the morning to do these things. Okay, let's come on to our all fours. We're going to be on our knees and our hands, and we're just going to do an arching up into the cat pose. It's kind of like, I was like, is this a cat? And I was like, oh, like a Halloween cat. Wow. Okay, like his back is arched up and he's really scared. And then he's going to inhale into the cow. Now, to me, this kind of looks like an old horse. I don't think of it as a cow as much as a horse, but maybe in India they have more cows than horses. I think that's the case. And you're going to exhale into your cat. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat. And inhale into the cow. Curl your toes under, lift the knees just a few inches up off of your mat or your towel if you're on the beach. Towel is the best way to do it if you're on the beach. I tried mats and I could not balance on them. They just go over too many bumps. It's better to just use a towel. It's more simple. Holding the knees up, starting to activate the core. Also, make sure your hands are nice and active. You want to make sure your fingertips are sort of gripping in. You don't want to push down into your knuckles. You want to kind of pinch in with your fingertips. Okay, go ahead and straighten back into your down dog, but you're going to keep your knees deeply bent. You're going to be in a bent leg down dog. And then slowly reach for your knees to extend into the full pose. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Holding there for a couple of breaths. First down dog of the day. It's mine. I hope it's yours. Maybe you did it earlier. I don't know. Let's come forward into plank. Now your hands really have a lot of weight on them, so make sure you activate those fingertips. Coming back into the down dog. Walking forward with your hands and just hang over your legs for just a minute. Just hang over there. Let your head dangle and just enjoy hanging over your legs, getting a nice hamstring. The whole back of your legs are stretching when you're this way. Make sure that your knees are straight too. Don't be in the bent knee position. You want to be in a straight knee position. You might have to come up to here to keep your knees straight, but if you start with the straight legs, locking that variable, slowly, you will have progress. But if you bend your knees, you're going to always be at the same place. Always going to be at the same place. So we want to keep those knees nice and straight, reaching down, letting the head dangle. Yes, no, and coming all the way up. Let's do some sun salutations, shall we? Because we got the sun right here. I'm going to open up the angle of the camera. You can see my whole body. Let's do that. Oh, boy. And hey, this is just such a beautiful area. Hope that's level. It's hard to tell. All right, here we go. And what I'm going to do is there are 22 beaches between, this is Cooper's Beach, and Montauk. So each day I'm going to move up one beach. Isn't that going to be cute? But if there's rain, I'm going to be in the studio because I have a studio that I can use too. But, so we'll go there too. All right, so we're going to do our sun salutations, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, falling forward. Inhale, hands on the shins, looking up, flat back. Hands on the mat, step back into your plank, lower all the way down on the exhale. Inhaling into cobra. curling the toes under and coming back into down dog. 2 breaths here. 1, 2. Walking forward on the inhale. Come to where the hands are. Put the hands on the shins on the inhale. That's one big move right there. Exhaling forward over the legs. Inhaling all the way back up to the sky. And coming back into the Namaskar Mudra. Let's do that one again. Here we go. Inhaling all the way up to the sky, looking up. Exhaling, falling forward. Inhale, hands on the shins, arching up, looking up. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back into your plank, lower all the way down. Coming up into Cobra. Coming back to your down dog for 2 breaths. Here we go. 1, 2. Walking forward towards the hands. All the way up, hands on the shins, arching up, looking up on the inhale. Exhale, falling all over the legs again. And coming all the way up to the sky. And coming into your Namaskar Mudra. Oh, okay, doesn't that feel great? Because what we're doing is we're flexing and extending the spine, so that feels really good. Let's do a balance. We're going to come onto our left foot, and we're going to raise up the right foot, and just balance there for a second and just notice. Do you see how my ankle is moving? It's negotiating. I'm strengthening my foot. And this is a great way to strengthen your feet as you get older. What happens, we tend to roll in on our arches like this as we get older, and then we get knee pain and hip pain. So make sure that your ankle is over your foot. You can lift your toes. That's going to make sure your ankle is now over your foot. When you lift the toes, put the toes down, you're going to see you have a lot more movement with that ankle. Put the toes down. Let's switch sides. We're going to come onto the right foot. Holding that there. That's it. I'm so much more stable on this side. Do you find a difference on your side? Yeah, it's kind of, woo. I just went down in some sand there. Balancing, so good. See if you can move that leg around. There are actually 3 kinds of balance. There's the still balance, there's the moving balance, and then there's the loosey-goosey balance. So which one do you think surfers are? The surfers are the loosey-goosey balancing. And that is the best balancing because you're actually relying on your body to balance itself. You're no longer like, oh, I'm trying to balance. You just, okay, my body's going to figure it out. My foot knows what to do. Okay. And you just let your body sort of find it. So play with your loosey-goosey, play with your still, play with your moving. Okay, those are 3 different ways you can do it. Okay, so let's come into our tree pose and we can do some quiet meditation that way. That's what we do it for. It stops the mind whenever we're trying to balance. So we're going to come on that left leg. We're going to take the right leg and park it here right at the calf. You can have a little kickstand or hold on to the wall or a cane or something if you need to. Do whatever you need to do for your practice. And if you want to, you can bring that foot up into the thigh. Whoop, a little hard to balance here today. I'll figure it out. I trust my foot. And now I'm going to find my drishti, which is my focus point. Really enjoying that balance. And lift the knee and lower it down. Okay, let's come on to the other side. We're going to come onto the right leg. And now you're going to take the left foot and park it at your calf. Okay, get used to the idea. Come all the way up to the thigh if you can. You don't need to. Just don't put it at the knee. That's no good. Never want to push into a joint like that. The knee doesn't like. Knee is so special, isn't it? Woo! All right, let's find the drishti point. And lifting the knee, lower the foot with control. I love to do that because a lot of people just come down like this. Don't do that. Don't be one of those people. Be one of those people that takes the ending really nicely. Let's come down and do a little bit of breathing because breathing is so important to start our day. I'm going to do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. You've probably done it before. Let me adjust the camera again because I think we need to be a little closer in. Okay, perfecto. All right, so come into a seated position and see, did you go to your regular leg in front? See if you can override that and put your strange leg in front, all right? Just to retrain the body, just to rebalance. All right, come into a seated position, lengthening the back of the neck. And one thing I'd like you to do too is to lengthen this lower part of the spine too. Take your fingertip, put it on your hip bone, put your thumb on the bottom of your rib cage, and you're going to lengthen that lower spine. That is so crucial in our lives, is to lengthen that area. Because look what happens when you're sitting like this. You just look old and schlumpy. When you sit up straight, don't you look, I think I like a lot better when I'm lengthened rather than, that's kind of old, this is young at any age. So lengthen this part right here. Try not to let the shoulders come up. See if you can lengthen that area without the shoulders coming up. Keeping the length in the back of the neck too. Keep that one too. And sit up very, very tall when you're breathing. That's going to make the pipe so much more easy to go through. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with our right nostril. We're going to go inhale, close both nostrils, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, close both nostrils, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. See if you can do it a little slower on the inhale. Close both nostrils, exhale a little slower. Can you go even slower inhaling? Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. Inhale slowly through the right, slow as you can. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. The dog is barking at me. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Inhale. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. Oh, doesn't that feel good? That's really nature's Valium. If you ever feel like really agitated and stuff, this is just, the ancients figured this out. And, it's related to breathing. And, breathing is such an integral part of yoga. And I was always curious about that. And, what's interesting is that when we breathe deeply, we're actually triggering the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is something that happens the moment that we're born and we take that first breath, right? From then on, the rest of our life, that vagus nerve is boom, boom, boom. It's pulsing, making sure, because you cannot kill yourself by holding your breath because you'll fall over and faint, and then vagus nerve is like, okay, here we go, and it'll revive you. That's how vital the vagus nerve is. It's also responsible for your heartbeat. So what's so profound about the vagus nerve is that this is an unconscious function that's going on in our bodies from the day that we're born. And then we can join with it. I can't think of any other biological unconscious function that I can join with and direct. So it's very interesting how deep that is. All right, let's bring our hands into the prayer position. We're going to inhale deeply, lengthening the back of the neck, lengthening the sides of the body, breathing deeply through the nostrils. I invite you to acknowledge yourself because you've just created an undeniable demonstration of your love for your health and your body. And when you take care of yourself, you can help other people. Rubbing the hands together vigorously. Bring the warm hands over the closed eyes. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale deeply through the nostrils. And one more time. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale. And let the hands open up. And namaste. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm delighted that you would share 30 minutes of your eternal now with me. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Today was day one. We got 39 more days here in the Hamptons. for summer sunrise yoga, and I hope you'll join me again. And we're going to move just up one beach east. I think it's Kreider Beach. I've never been there, but I'm going to get to see 22 beaches. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 6:30. Namaste.